What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Aaron signing back in with another video. I hope y'all having a beautiful day, a very peaceful day, and a very loving day, y'all. And I appreciate y'all for coming to the channel and everything before this video start. But today, I had to come outside, get some nature. Somebody back in the background canoeing. Is that what it's called, canoeing? I think that's what it's called when you have the boat and the paddles. Hopefully I'm right. Somebody down in the comments correct me if I'm wrong. But anyways, y'all, I kind of really want to talk to y'all about something that just been on my mind lately. And it was a video I seen about Purpose Driven on how a lot of people lose their soul. Some people in this world have success, fame, and status, but they don't have no spirit or soul. And you can see in today's society, like with a lot of famous people. And that's just something just takes me back, because I like to talk about myself on this channel, and takes me back to how I lost myself. It takes me back to before this journey. I really thank the Most High and thank God for this, because he really showed me more how to be more myself, and that kid like energy that come out and everything. But it just takes me back to like when I just forgot more about myself, and I was just trying to be famous and everything. I didn't care about my health. I didn't care about building relationships with my family. I didn't care about prioritizing myself into doing the right things and living the right way and being healthier and taking care of myself. Start realizing like I couldn't really impact people, because I'm destined for and desire for that. I want to impact people and influence people. I always wanted to be a leader, and I realized like you couldn't really be a leader if you was a follower. But it just goes back to back to what I was saying about the souls and the spirit, like how people just tend to forget about their priorities, when they start getting successful, because they start having that mindset of, and like I said, it takes me back to when I just forgot about like everything, y'all, like taking care of myself, taking care of my needs, and being responsible, and building that relationship with my family, with my mom, definitely, because like I told y'all, it was one point I told y'all in one of my videos, it was just one point in my life when I wasn't spending a lot of time with my mom and stuff, and my and also my family side, because I was so busy trying to just get it and want to be famous and all that. I had to really bump my head, and God had to show me how to build all that stuff back. And when I go on social media these days, some people, they doing their thing. Like, I'm not saying everybody's supposed to impact people, but I know some of y'all are starting to get sick of it, because when I go on social media, sometimes you get a laugh in here and there, but it just like, I know I'm starting to see like a lot of like, it's just not how it used to be, like, because like they just not showing you how to better yourself as a human being. And that's one thing I made this channel for, and wanted to start over and everything, because I wanted to better myself. And I talk to God a lot every day, and I tell him I want to be greater and a leader. And what that means in my type of terms is I just want to be an influencer and impact people. And the only way I know I can do that is by taking care of myself and making sure I can't forget about my priorities, my responsibilities and everything, and making sure I got to reach out to some friends and my family, and let them know if I don't have time to, do stuff, because I'm too busy trying to, fill my cup up, if you want to use that type of term. But just build my peace though. You can't forget about your priorities and everything, and the Most High, because the Most High really wants you to meet him halfway. He give you sun, give you nature. I'm out here in nature and everything. Give you the sun. He be like, here's the sun. Now you do your part, and I'm out here doing a little video, because man, I wanted to come out in nature and really talk to y'all, on this journey, because this journey get rough sometimes, just don't forget about your priorities, your family, God. Don't forget about God, your families, you know, you know, your relationships with your friends and everything. Just don't forget about stuff like that, y'all, because, you know, a lot of people, like I said, when they tend to get famous and everything, they gotta forget about it and start to, psych themselves out until it took me to do this, And we don't want to have that type of mindset over here that, you got to really think like, who's waking you up this morning? God can really take everything away from you just like he gives you just like he gives you things, he could take things away from you like this. So you really got to think deeper. And, I'm very spiritual and I have high faith of, the Most High and everything. So it makes a lot of sense to me that, really God does a lot for us. He just, he wants us to do our part to meet him halfway, because that's what our purpose was meant here for. He shows you how to, he shows you your purpose. Because one thing about me, I didn't really know my purpose in life for real. And now I'm on it, y'all. Like, there's multiple things I want to do, but there's multiple things I want to do, and he's showing me my purpose and everything, and I really thank him for that. So I'm gonna always take God with me, I'm never gonna forget that. Just like I'm not gonna forget about my mom and my family, my brother, and definitely my nephew. I just seen him on the channel. I'm not like those things. If I do make it to the top, those are something I'm definitely gonna take with me on this journey, because, man, they keep me going. They on my vision board, my whys, and keep me going. God really keep me going too. Like I said, he wakes me up in the morning, and I gotta do my part. And it's kind of crazy, y'all, because it's not even crazy, but it's in a weird way of me explaining it. Like, it shows me that he's more real, because, like, when I get, like, it'd be certain days I don't feel like doing anything. Like, I want to just chill for a little bit, but it'd be like that voice in my head telling me, like, son, you got to do this. All you got to do is just move. As soon as I move, it's like God just start making me do the stuff I need to be doing, prioritizing, and care of myself, doing the simple things in life, cleaning my room, doing chores, and this stuff, like, people tend not to want to do, but that's what I'm saying, y'all. When you just get to that successful point of view, like, I just want y'all to just remember, like, God is always here for y'all, and just don't forget about him, You definitely don't forget about God, because, man, he really changed my life, and he changed a lot of others. But it's some people in this world that just don't have no type of morals, no type of nothing, And I'm not gonna go over here and judge people because they doing some type of different content. But like I said, like, it goes back to what I was saying earlier. Like, people are starting kind of getting tired of it, man. A lot of channels that's trying to teach people how to become better and do better. It's just people starting to tend more towards, because it's like, it's an impact, and it's showing people that, you could strive to be better. You don't have to, you can still be successful, but you could, do the simple things to make sure, I can't explain it. You can still be successful, you can still go get it, but, you gotta make sure you're taking care of yourself on top of that, because life is so short to be, messing with your life. And that's one thing I'm definitely taking serious. Like, at first I wasn't really caring about my life. I'm gonna be so honest with y'all, because, like I said, I'm living with integrity. That's something I'm gonna keep a part of me. I'm gonna have to be honest with y'all. My channel was made for me to come express myself and talk to y'all, and tell y'all the stuff I've been going through. And like I said, I remember when I was back then, I really wasn't too heavy. Like, if I passed away, I passed away, but it was like I was not taking life as serious. But now that I opened this door with with God and everything, and walking His way, this path with Him, and I know I'm gonna meet Him halfway. That I just take life way more serious now. Like, I take my health serious. I take my relationship serious. I take everything serious, especially my relationship with my mother, man, because she does a lot for me, my brother, and she trying to do a lot for my nephew too. And I know she is. It's very windy out here, but and it's kind of sun starting to kind of go away because the clouds trying to block it. But it's not something that's gonna stop me from coming out here talking to y'all and really getting this off my chest the right way. I'm gonna be honest. It took me a couple times to get this down to y'all because I just didn't know how to. I really wanted to express this to y'all, but hopefully y'all really understanding this. I'm moving right now because I'm trying to warm up. It's the wind kind of making it chilly, but really, I just want to tell y'all, man, like, just don't forget about anything. Keep your soul intact. Always try to live righteous. Stay determined. Live with your desires. Not desires. Stay determined and stay dedicated on this journey, man. Cause like I said, I know this journey get hard. I've been having some hard times too. We all human, y'all. But at the end of the day, just remember your whys. Why are you doing this? That's something I really want to remind y'all. And man, y'all, I love every single one of y'all. I really do. That's why I come out here and just do this. And I really want, and I also want to change and impact people, man. Like, that's just something I always wanted to do as a kid. I want to impact people. And the only way, like I told y'all, the only way you can impact people is by impacting yourself. Sometimes you gotta pour that glass in yourself, but just don't forget, y'all. Just don't. Something I'm gonna praise on this video today. Like, just don't forget about them people, man. I'm gonna remind y'all again. Just don't forget about God. Number one. Don't forget about God. Don't forget about your family, the relationships you have with your family and everything, and the relationships you have with your friends and stuff. And don't forget about your priorities, y'all. Don't forget about none of them things that's keeping you going forward and keeping your life right. Man, I know a lot of people start to get, level-headed when they start getting successful status, rich. They feel like they just did it, but the whole entire time it was because God did it. And I'm not gonna say yourself didn't do it, but just remember what got you here, y'all. That's gonna be wrapping this video up, y'all. I don't want to keep talking y'all heads out too much. I really want to come out here and just have a good time in nature, because today was some beautiful weather. Like I said, the clouds over here kind of messing it up, but I'm still thankful that I'm out here. I'm breathing. Make sure y'all always keep that with y'all. Just be thankful about everything. Also today I just realized too, what I'm thankful for is this bench right here, because man, whoever made this, like, because I was sitting down on it earlier, and I had to really think, like, dang, man, somebody really made this. Like, dang, somebody did this. Like, they took their time to, build this little bench. And, I could have been sitting on a rock or something, but I'm very thankful for whoever did this. Like, shout out to you, whoever did this. And it just make me make me just think, like, dang, I could go do little small things like this, and make the environment better and all that. But yeah, y'all, like I said, I was just I'm spreading my hands, y'all. Like, I like doing that when I'm out here. Feel like I'm free. But I just needed to come out here and just let things off my head and really come out here and talk to y'all. Let it out and talk. Sometimes you need to just go do that. Just go on a walk or go out into some nature and just really think. And, somewhere where you just find peace at, y'all. You don't even have to be nature if you don't like nature, but you know me as a kid, I was a nature fan. You know, I always wanted to be in the woods and look at water and stuff. But yeah, y'all, love every single one of y'all. Make sure y'all take good care of yourself. And yeah, y'all, I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.